Tayammum. Muhammad was traveling with his son Khalid and Yusuf to Makkah on their way. The car ran out.
Ran out of petrol. Yes.
Yes, sir. The car ran out of petrol. It was time to pray Fajr, but there was no water. The father asked his son what they would do in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yusuf said, we should pray when we find water. Khalid said, I learned at school prayer must be performed on time and in if there was no water, strike the palms of both hands simultaneously on earth. Wipe your both only one time and the back of your hand.
Mm.
Scroll down the screen, please. Yes, sir. Khalid, Khalid's father thanked him for his correct answer through the dialogue that you read mention the meaning of tayammum.
Good.
The proof of its
Legitimacy.
legitimacy, uh, legitimacy. Allah said, "Falam tajidu ma fayammu sa'ida tayyiba famsahu biyujuhikum wa aydikum." And if you don't find the water and wipe over the sea, clean earth and wipe your face and hands with it. When to perform tayammum. If water is unavailable, one. If water is unavailable, two. If the water whether one is wounded or sick and fear that water will increase illness or delay the recovery. Three. If the water is very cold and it seems likely to him that his use
Harm.
harm him
Mm.
on the condition that he is unable to
Three,
warm it. Four.
Right.
If water
A,
is
B,
nearby,
C, A,
so there is noise.
B, C,
So there is too noise.
A, B, C,
Anas.
D, G.
Four. If water is nearby, but he fears for his life or honor or property of separation separation from his companions, or if an enemy is between him and the water, whether human or non-human. Five. If he if he has some water, but he needs it for drinking now or later, or give a drink to an animal.
That's very good.
How to make tayammum? Strike the soil with his hand.
Ahmadullah, let
Yes,
me now. Thank you. I would like to one more student. I would like this to read. Anas,
okay,
if
thank
your
you, sir.
mic is working, so please read it out.
Okay, what should I
How to
read?
make tayammum? Strike the soil.
Okay, sh- should I read it, all of it?
Yes, you should read it. How to
Strike,
make tayammum?
strike, how to make the tayammum. Strike the soil, then wipes his face and ups to his and and hands up to with his hands. The rest.
Very good. Circumstances.
Circumstances when tayammum is necessary. Allah said, and if you find no water before tayammum with clean earth and rub there with your face and hands, tayammum. One niya, make tayammum instead of wudu or ghusl. When one is unable to use water, refer to his contention in the verse.
Pure dust or sand.
Pure dust or sand, refer to his condition in verse. Ayah.
Wait.
Okay.
The wisdom behind tayammum.
The wisdom behind tayammum, Allah said, and if you find no water, perform tayammum with clean earth and rub therewith your face and hand. Tayammum and rub.
Read the following dialogues.
read the following dialogue and underline.
Hmm.
A pupil, my teacher, can I ask you a question? A teacher, certainly you can. A pupil, if you were in a picnic and there wasn't any water with me and was it time to pray? I performed tayammum to pray there. And is it possible to pray Asr with the same tayammum? Teachers, yes, you can on condition that you don't find water. If you find water, your tayammum will be new filled. And you
Nullified.
should make wudu to pray
Hmm.
Asr. A pupil, if there's camel meat at lunch, will my tayammum be nullified?
Hmm.
A teacher, that thing that nullifies wudu is the same thing that nullifies tayammum. A
Hmm.
pupil, can you remind me of the new flyers of
Nullifies.
wudu? A teacher, you should remember yourself because study them before a pupil. I will do that. Thank you, my teacher.
That's very good. And yeah, it's finished. Thank you, Anas.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right, guys. So we have already discussed about the tayammum, and you know about the tayammum. Just a quick review about tayammum, guys. We learned about tayammum that when uh, there is no availability of water and there is a salah time, so what should we do at that time? Instead of not performing namaz, we will find the dust or sand and dust, or we can make tayammum instead of wudu, and we can perform namaz, we can perform salah with tayammum as of. So if there is no water, then there is no availability of water, so for getting purity we can perform tayammum so that we can perform namaz. Okay. So when to perform tayammum, if you and the proof of it is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, if you don't find water and wipe out, then seek clean earth, and wipe over your faces and hands with it. So they are the conditions when you have to perform tayammum, guys. When the
Yes.
water is unavailable, yes.
What this sentence means, then see clean earth and wipe over your faces and hands with it. What means this sentence?
That's mean if you don't have any water, then check for the clean earth, dust, okay, which is free from impurities.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, then perform tayammum. Wipe over means that's the how you perform tayammum. Wipe over your face and hands with it. This is how you can perform tayammum. I'll tell you the way also. Okay. This is the condition,
Thank
guys. If the water is unavailable, so you can perform tayammum. If there is a perform salah time, there is no water, you can perform tayammum at that time. If the water, whether one is wounded or sick and fears, if someone is sick or ill and fears that water will increase the illness or it will delay the recovery, in that case he can also perform tayammum. We have discussed in detail, guys, in the last class. Do you remember? Right.
yes, sir.
That's why I'm not going in detail. All right. If the water is very cold and it seems that if it use him, that will harm him, and in that condition, he is unable to vomit. So in that condition, he can also perform tayammum. If water is nearby, but he fears for his life, honor, property, or separation from his companions, even if an enemy is between him and the water, whether it's a human or non-human, that doesn't matter. In that situation, he can also perform tayammum if there is a danger of his life, his property, or his honor, or the separation
Mean
from his
water
companion.
is nearby, but he fears for his life. What does this mean?
Sorry, I did not get the theme.
Sir, what does number four mean?
I explained number four, guys, that if water is nearby, let's suppose someone is standing near to the water, but there is danger of his life. Someone enemies there, maybe a lion or someone in like a human, his enemy, someone is there who is looking for him, but he is hiding himself behind the rock or behind something. Okay, but there is a salah time, and if we go for performing wudu, So this enemy will see him and he can kill him. So in that situation he can perform tayammum. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. Same here, if he has a loss of fear of honor or property, or separation from his companions. Maybe if he go there, his companions are, he's on the way, he doesn't know the way, his companion know the ways. If he left his companions, they will go far and he would not be able to catch them again. In that situation, he can also perform tayammum. If he has some water but he need it for drinking now or later to give drink to an animal. He has water but that's very little. He needs it for drinking. If he make wudu with that water, there will be no water for drinking. So again, in that situation he can perform tayammum. Okay. Or he need to give to drink to an animal in that situation. So the next is about how to make tayammum, guys. It's very easy. Strike the soil with your hands. The first thing is, guys, you should make your intention, your niyyah, that you're performing tayammum instead of wudu for getting purity. Instead of wudu or ghusl for getting purity, you are performing tayammum. Okay. So niyyah should be there. It's very important. Okay. It's not necessary that you say with your tongue, but at least in your heart you should consider that why you are making tayammum, to get the purity instead of wudu or ghusl. The second thing, you will strike the your palm in the soil. Okay. And then if there is too much dust, then you can just you know strike your hands together so that the extra dust can go down. Then after, what you will do, you will wipe your face. You will wipe your face like you wash your face with the water. Same as you will wipe your face, and you will with your hands, you will rub your you use your hands to all over your face. Okay. Then again you will strike your palm to the soil, and again you will um, strike it together so that extra dust can go down. And then with right hand, you will wipe your left hand from whole hand up to elbow, and from your left hand you will uh, wipe your right hand up to elbow. In that way you can perform tayammum. Again, I'm repeating, guys. First thing, you will make niyyah. The second thing, you will strike your palms on the dust, and then if there is extra dust, then you will strike it together, strike your two hands together so that extra dust can go down. The third one, that now you will wipe your face. After wiping your face, you will wipe your face. After wiping your face, you will again strike your palms on the soil, and then again strike together so that extra dust can go down. And now you will wipe your hands one by one. First, you can wipe your hand, right hand with the left hand or left hand with the right hand, like you do in wudu. Okay, is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
That's very good.
It's fair.
That's very
Yes,
good.
sir.
That's very good. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, if you find no water, perform tayammum with clean earth and rub there with your faces and hands. That's mean tayammum. So as we discussed, guys, first thing is the intention that you are making tayammum for getting purity instead of wudu or ghusl. When obviously when water is unable, when there is no water. Okay, pure dust or sand, guys. If you are performing a tayammum, so make sure that the dust you are using for tayammum is clean of impurity. There should be no impurity on that. If there is impurity, you can go and check for any other dust which is pure. Okay. And the wisdom nullifiers of tayammum, guys. If you find no water, perform tayammum with clean earth and rub there with your faces and hand. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. Teacher, can I ask you a question? Yes, you can. If I were on a picnic and there was not water with me and it was time to pray and perform tayammum, to pray Zohar, right? Is it possible to pray Asr with the same tayammum? So, look, the teacher replied, yes, you can, on a condition that you don't find water. If you find water, your tayammum will be nullified. And you should make wudu to pray Asr. So, this is the same thing, guys, which I discussed you that until the water is not available, you are in the purity with tayammum. But once the water is available, so your tayammum will be nullified. Okay, that's mean you need to go to the you have to make wudu and then you have to perform salah or whatever the ibadah you are doing. So once the water is available, that's mean your tayammum is nullified. Except this, all the nullifiers of wudu, with all the nullifiers of wudu, your tayammum will also be nullified. Whatever the nullifiers we have studied about wudu, that will nullify the tayammum as well. But there is one more extra, that is if you have may perform the tayammum and now you find the water, so your tayammum is nullified. Now for you have to make wudu so that you can get purity. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Hmm.
Yeah, my question is that now you explain us that how to can we when we have to perform tayammum, and whenever when we are in the desert and there is no water and we are uh, uh, so far off the masjid and there is no masjid, so and there is the prayer time, so what we will do at that time?
We'll make tayammum, perform tayammum.
Yes.
Obviously, there is no water. The time is, that's why we'll perform tayammum. That's why we are studying tayammum. That if we are in such a situation when there is no water and there is salah time, so we can perform tayammum and we can perform salah.
Yeah, we do tayammum with the sand.
Yes, yes, sand, dust, pure. Exactly, Jibrail.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
That's very good. All right. All right, guys. So this is the end of uh, you know our lesson. Now we will do some work for this in the notebook.